Hey friends, criminal defense attorney Ryan Pacyga here, and I'm going to go out on a limb. I've never tried anything like this in a video, but I became a lawyer to help people, and I'm hoping that this will help some people out there. And if you wouldn't mind letting me know in the comments or in the likes, I would genuinely appreciate that. Because I'm trying to come today to people with a message of comfort. Right now, for Christians, there's this time of between the crucifixion and Easter. And the story of the crucifixion was on my mind yesterday as it was Good Friday. And I was thinking about how it parallels a lot about what clients go through when they're dealing with a criminal case, their clients and even their family members that care about them. Uh, the work of a criminal defense lawyer is so much more than just advocacy. It's more than spotting the constitutional issues in a case and defending your constitutional rights. It's more than just advocating for a client either at a trial or a suppression hearing or at a sentencing hearing if somebody pleads guilty or is found guilty. There's a lot of healing work that can be done, a lot of support for the client and for your family members or friends that care about you as well. And so I was thinking about the story of the crucifixion and how Jesus ended up in that situation. As you know, the story is that Jesus, this person that had committed no crimes, who was perfect even of sin, um, begins to get accused of certain things, calling himself the King of the Jews, saying that he's the Son of God, and these sorts of things. And they're accusing him of blasphemy and other sorts of crimes, if you will. And Jesus, knowing his innocence, knowing that he did not do any, that he did not commit any crimes, and knowing that this is supposed to be his destiny, is going through this process of being wrongfully accused, of being made fun of, mocked by people who don't even know the truth, some of whom didn't even care to try to find out the truth, but were just in this sort of mob mentality, if you were. Easy to pile on him, easy to mock him, easy to call him names, easy to throw stones at him, easy to punch him or kick him or sentence him to death. And even his own most trusted people, for example, one of the apostles, told that 3 times he will deny even knowing Jesus or being with him. And that apostle saying, I'll never do that to you. Yet he does it, and immediately the cock crows, right, as it was predicted. And so people who are going through a criminal case, depending on the type of allegation, right, um, you may feel that, or you may see that happening to your family or a member or friend, where all of a sudden they're accused of a crime, and people who always loved them and cared about them all of a sudden turn their backs. They begin to pile on and make fun of them. You might be going through this if you're accused of something at a university, for example, or in the workplace or whatever. And even close family members sometimes will turn their back and cut off relations with that person, or even worse, insult them, pour salt in the wound, dig it, not even want to hear your side of the story, depending on the types of allegations. And like Jesus had to have felt that abandonment, that betrayal from people, and that perhaps that even feeling like, how do I even prove my innocence? I know I'm innocent in my own truth here, if you're innocent of what you're accused of, but I don't know how to prove that because nobody even wants to listen to me. They don't want to give me the benefit of the doubt. They don't want to hear my side of the story. They've already made up their minds that because of what someone else said, I'm guilty, and they're going to relish the opportunity to punish me or to mock me. And people do go through that when they're going through a criminal case, and it's a terrible thing, especially when someone's innocent and falsely accused. But even for those who have committed a crime, there's more to the story than just the crime, right? There is their side of the story, and perhaps while it doesn't excuse the crime, it's more than just this crime that this person is, and they deserve someone who's going to listen to that and advocate for them and hear them out. Well, Jesus went through this during the crucifixion, that feeling alone and helplessness, and knowing that in that process, no matter what he said or did, although he could save himself if he chose to, but that wasn't God's will for him, and he wanted to do God's will. Knowing that the deck was fully stacked against him, and having to go through that process. And sometimes a criminal case can feel that way, or a case at a university can feel that way. Yet he did this out of love, is what the teachings are. Jesus did this out of love, knowing that he had to be the sacrificial lamb to go through with the crucifixion so that he could set everybody free. And he did that out of undying and eternal love for you and for me and for all of our brothers and sisters here on earth, the most loved people already, and the people that we may tend to hate the most or feel like they don't deserve love. Jesus' love did not discriminate. His love was enduring and open for all and for all time, even for those people who would put him to the death, when he said, "Forgive them, for they do not know what they do." And so what's the point of all of that? Well, the point of that is a few things. Number one, I understand what you're going through, and other people will understand what you're going through, even though some others may not ever care to understand or care to support you. Second, and more importantly, is that you can put your faith in a higher power. This doesn't matter if your religion is Christian or a different type of religion. And it doesn't matter even if you have no religion. If you believe in anything greater than yourself, that's a higher power. Some people call it their creator. Some people call it God. Some people call it the universe or creation itself. Whatever that may be, I believe that you were created out of love. And I believe that there's always redemption for everybody. And so in that story, if you believe, if that is your faith, turn to that and learn and know what the crucifixion was all about, where that story of love is in there, in the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and where there is redemption and the ultimate victory even over death. And I hope you can turn to that during this Easter season if this is your faith, and if it's not, that's okay too. You can turn to your faith if you have one, whatever your higher power may be. And just know that while there will be bumps in the road and that you may feel alone, that you may feel like nobody's hearing your story, that there are people you will be able to turn to. You need to be able to find them, and you need to be able to rely on them, and you need to be able to rely on something other than just yourself to get you through these times. So I became a lawyer to help people heal. It's a healing profession. And I'm just putting this out there for anybody that may benefit from that source of inspiration today. I don't know if it's a risky thing for a defense lawyer to come on and talk about religion, and if that's going to turn some people away from being interested in what I may have to offer or not. But my hope is that it inspires people that I may never even represent, that you could pass this along to someone who might need to hear this message right now, or next week, or next year, and that whether or not they ever even need a lawyer, that they could use a message like this when they're going through a tough time, even if it's something where they're never charged with a crime, but maybe they're being accused of something that just makes life really tough for them. So that's my goal. That's what I'm here to be about. And like I said, if it's helpful, maybe you could let me know in the comments about it's helpful. Feel free to share it with your friends and family. And if I can be of help, of course, you can get a hold of me. You can find me at arrestedmn.com. That's like arrestedminnesota.com. Or you can call me. My name's Ryan Pacyga. I'm a criminal defense lawyer. And I'm at 612-339-5844. God bless you and happy Easter.